Tekashi 6ix9ine's jewelry, designer bags, and music plaques are all up for auction by the IRS. Looks like old boy's in a lot of financial trouble. Years ago, you know, he had dozens of bright rainbow-colored cars. He was wearing 2 to 3 AP watches at a time. He was rocking so-called diamond necklaces and bracelets. Now he owes money to the IRS. Explain to these youngins how that happens, Lonzo.
You know, when you go into business, you have multiple silent partners that don't even trip until they're ready to trip. And the IRS is one of those partners. And if you don't have the right people around you that's helping you handle your business, these people will come and they will change your life for the worse in a matter of minutes. The IRS has been the downfall of so many artists. It's ridiculous. Mostly black artists. IRS, they took everything Red Fox had. They had Wesley Snipes in jail for a while. They even got my man Ron Isley for a minute. So the IRS don't play, and when the more money you get, the more money they're gonna get you for. And to see somebody like Tekashi 6ix9ine, who you couldn't have told him when he had the money he was supposed to pay taxes. You couldn't have told him he had to file certain paperwork to protect himself or make certain investments. His whole persona was nothing but flossing. He walked around with a meal ticket or allegedly a meal ticket in his Gucci bag. I watched the video just the other day. He was just throwing money out of his car, 500, 50,000, 100,000, and I got 4 houses on my wrist right now, and you know a guy like me can take off 3 years. Yeah, you taking off your all that shit and give it to the IRS. That's what you taking off right now. Taking off all that shit and give it to the IRS, and it's just amazing, man, how folks they skyrockets, man. They go up, they look good for a hot second, and you never hear from them again. And he'll blame everybody else, like most of them do, but for his problems. But you couldn't have told him, just like you couldn't tell the Island Boys, hey man, put y'all hit a lick, put some money up, because y'all ain't gonna be relevant forever. But you can't, and I'm gonna say this because it happened to me. You couldn't have told me when I was 23, 24 years old, I wouldn't be a major baller forever. Everybody has a season, man. Some people's seasons a little bit longer than others, but most people have a season of success, and depending on how you do your harvest will determine if you're able to reap your benefits long term. I bought houses. I bought a house. I invested in my equipment. This is my. Me and the bank still own it. As long as I pay my mortgage, I got that. And I was thinking, man, it's amazing that we having this conversation today, because I've had this conversation 3 times in the past 3 days. Just talking about people that I once envied in the record industry. I had jealous envy. When you see somebody that, God damn, man, he got it going on. Jealousy is, I'm gonna get that nigga. He got it going. No. Envy is like, oh shit, that's a nice car. You know, and not that you hate on it any way, form, or fashion. It's just like, damn, why I couldn't get done like that? And I think about some of the cats who have blown up and blown out over their hip hop career, and like, man, these dudes have traded multi-million-dollar mansions for jail cells. No, that's all right. I'm good. Okay. I'm good. My house ain't just 3 bedrooms, studio. I can do what I want to pretty much. I need to put some money into it, but it's fine. And I'm here, and I can come and go as I please. And man, that means a whole lot, especially when you can do it walking upright, dude. Man, there's so many things to be thankful for in this world. You just really have to be careful, and be thankful at all times, man. Because when you got it, you better hold on to it, or find somebody that knows how to help you hold on to it. And that's what most people fall short on.
You've been in the business, Lonzo, damn near as long as the business has been around when it comes to hip hop. Hip hop is 50 plus years. Obviously came a little bit later in the game, not too much later though. But, you would think this deep into the game, 6 decades going on, and seeing all the people who came before them get screwed royally, screwed with no Vaseline, just a little bit of spit maybe on the helmet. Why do you think these youngsters are still going broke. And when I say youngsters, I mean specifically in hip hop, after accumulating millions.
Very easy. They believe their own bullshit. They actually think that they are who somebody told them they were. You know you ain't shit. You just got lucky in a lot of cases. You know you got lucky. You know that, and nobody wants to ever think that they're not going to be successful long term. You hit a lick, and 1 minute you just a cat, you know, rapping off beat. Next minute you are a global entity, and people are telling you how great you are, how much they love your music, and you think you can't do no wrong. You think that the world actually revolves around you. You think the world is yours. And you got a nice little chunk of it for a while, but at some point in time, you get so caught up in being you, you forgot what made you in the first place. And you start getting, especially nowadays, when folks try to diversify or try to, music changes so fast, especially music, and music changes so fast, you fall off. You don't even fall off. You just get thrown off for the next motherfucker coming up. You just get to the side for the next dude or the next girl. And you can't believe it. So you try to do other things. You try reality shows, energy drinks, whatever the trend says. You know, because it's a pattern. Folks try to do movies, and the movies don't work for you. You have no talent for movies. They try to do commercials. Now you can't sell shit. Very few cats can do all that shit. LL, Q, Snoop. Everybody can transition into multiple situations, and then they don't control their music. So, you know, next thing you know, you go from being a superstar, or you so desperate to try to keep up a lifestyle that you perpetrated you had, you end up in the penitentiary, or you back on fries. One of the two.
You know, you know a lot of people who have been in the game who reached a certain peak, probably made millions and millions and millions. And obviously we're not going to name any names, but you know, then maybe 5 years later, you see them working down the street being a salesman at Radio Shack, you know, or something like that. Yeah. How hard, talk about that aspect and how hard it must be to, what do they call it, swallow that humble pie?
Humble pie, man. You don't have to eat humble pie if you don't believe the hype. I never believed my own hype. People always told me how great I was, blah, blah, blah. It's probably one of my problems, too. I don't really get into my own bullshit. I know my problems. I know my issues. And I know my strengths and my weaknesses. And I never really got into my own shit. Okay, I like what I do. I enjoy what I do. But some people actually believe they're who people are telling them they are. And people will blow you up